I've been back in California for about 3 days, and I absolutely hate it. And I'll tell you why I hate California. And I grew up here. California presents itself as the gold standard for helping the disenfranchised, right? The black people, the gay people, the poor people, the homeless people, the orphans, all these things. Yet everything I experience here is a middle finger to that same group of people. Gas, $6. Why? Well, California has special regulations on all this stuff, and that extra money doesn't go to helping anything but the bureaucrats and politicians' pockets, right? That doesn't help anybody, right? Paying for parking. And if you don't, you get tickets, you get towed. Who does that help? Nobody. The money goes to the big guy, right? Something as simple as buying a new car, you're paying exorbitant amount of taxes to where you can't even afford the car that you can afford because you got to afford all the other regulations and fees and other things that you wouldn't be paying in other states, right? The price for something as simple as electricity, gas, like natural gas, the prices on all of this stuff. I went and got a pizza for $60. $60. Now it wasn't even a crazy pizza place. It was just a little sit down, order at the counter pizza place. Yet they champion and say we're the gold standard for helping people. Then why do you have so many homeless people? Oh, maybe because they can't afford an ounce of a life here. It's ridiculous. And to walk around, look, I'm here, if you guys don't know, I'm here to help my dad fix up his place. And the reason he's not fixing it up is because if he has someone come out to fix one thing, because of California regulation, he's going to be forced to fix everything. And he can barely afford to fix one thing, let alone everything. He can't get his septic tank pumped because if they come out and pump the septic tank might, he doesn't know, it might be too old to where they'll force him to replace the whole septic tank. He can't afford to do that. I'm driving around my hometown and I'm seeing all of these homes that used to be beautiful completely in decline. Because people know that if they have someone to come out to fix one thing and do it the right way with permits or anything else, they're going to be forced to fix everything and they can't afford to do that. So all these homes are just deteriorating and going to shit basically because people are scared of their own government that they pay an exorbitant amount of taxes to, because even when they pay all these taxes and pay all these regulations and abide by the law, they're still going to get screwed over when they try to do things the right way, which is why you have a lot of fly-by-night contractors, a lot of people doing things unpermitted, and I can't blame them. I can't blame them. So I don't understand how people can live in California. And what I think it is because I was this way. If you've never been out and away, you don't know how bad it is. But having gone to Kansas for school, which was a blessing for me to get a taste of something other than California, I could never come back here. This is the first time I've technically been back here for any period of time for like over 5 years. And I'm only here for 3 days and I want to leave so bad. So bad. Something as simple as loading up trailers of trash and taking it to the dump is $100. To dispose of waste so there isn't junk laying around, they're forcing you to pay through the nose for that. I don't understand how anyone would want to model our country or anything after the politics and the way that people conduct themselves in California. You drive around and you see people at bus stops, at restaurants, just sitting places, and you can see that they're just stressed and overwhelmed and anxiety filled, and you won't notice it until you go to places like Texas, Kansas, Montana, Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, all these other places, and you realize, oh my gosh, people are just happier here. They have a higher value on their life. They see things to be achievable, not completely devastating. And I remember the reason we left and never came back was I felt completely overwhelmed and devastated of just for me to scrape by, I'm going to have to bust my ass for the rest of my life. And even then, I might not make it. Whereas moving to Texas, as you guys know, I'm not doing great, but I'm doing very well for myself considering what I would be doing with the same amount of income in California. And again, the biggest thing that bothers me, the number one aggravating aspect is that California props itself up to pretend to be this gold standard for the disenfranchised, poor, minority, whatever else, when in all reality, they are here to grape you as much as they can until you end up homeless or inevitably you leave. And they love that. And somehow people here think that that way of life and potentially that way of voting is somehow beneficial to us. And by us, I mean us. Whoever, whatever you are, that's what I mean. I effing hate it here.